because he's got 2 years on
I
his
did see another
contract.
report today. I know that he's not always accurate when it comes to Liverpool, but a few reports about Konate going to Real Madrid on a freebie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad there's a little negative news for you guys this transfer window, a little bit. It's
I was
nice.
gonna say, Terry, don't you see how relaxed I am, bro?
I do have a fiction or football question on that though, that someone has sent in to us. I just want to also specify for the toaster people and the sexual football deviants, right? These are not my statements. Viewers send them in and I read them out. Just so we're aware, dum-dums.
Toaster people.
Right? They're toaster people. I wouldn't trust them with the toaster. Toaster people. Signing Marc Guehi instead of renewing and replacing... signing Marc Guehi and replacing... I can't read this question. Signing Marc Guehi to replace Konate.
I'm going to finish it. It's a fiction.
Hang on. You know what? I'm going to tell you. Would be a clear downgrade for Liverpool.
Yes, football.
A clear downgrade, in your opinion.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to sit here and like badmouth Marc Guehi. If we sign Marc Guehi, I'll be over the moon. But I'll be over the moon if we keep Konate. And again, it baffles me a little bit because we all do content for a living, right? We all do it throughout a season. Not once did I go through this season on any stream I was on, whether it be Coppish or anyone else's stream, and see anyone say, let's bring in Marc Guehi to play instead of Konate. Not once did I see it. If we're bringing in Marc Guehi to come in and play in rotation with Virgil and Konate, then I'm over the moon with that. To come in and replace Konate, no. Guehi is a very good centre back. He's not better than Konate. Like, and I don't think that's. Sorry to cut you, bro. I don't think that's being rude or downplaying.
I don't think that is either.
But the facts are the facts. At the moment, he's not better than Konate. So us going to get him to replace Konate for me makes no sense.
They were the two best centre backs in the league. Those two and Saliba and Gabriel, they're the best four.
Saliba weren't this season. Gabriel was. Saliba was.
But but Van Dijk and Konate for me are 1 and 2. They won the league. They were unbelievable. If you bring in Guehi, I'm a massive fan of him. I think he's England's best centre back, which isn't exactly hard at the moment. I think he's very, very underrated. But Konate's 26. Like, he's coming into his best years now. Are you like? This is an open question to you and Tom. I know you've been burnt with the Trent stuff before. I know Tom's had his fair share of moaning about him, but do you think Konate is going down that road as well? I personally think he signs a new deal. But do you guys think he leaves on a free?
I'll be real with you, bro. The moment I saw Steven Gerrard hang up the boots or leave Liverpool to go to LA, and then the moment I saw Coutinho go, I don't get attached to players like that anymore. Like, Trent did what he did, fairs. It's not the same as the Konate situation, because Konate has come out a few times saying how much he loves Liverpool, how much he wants to stay. So that means there's obviously a disagreement between the club and his team. That happens in football. That's cool. I'm just saying I would rather lose Konate on a free than sell him this summer with not being able to bring in a player of his quality or someone better. This notion of, we're going to let another player go. Yeah, cool. It hurts the pride. But I tell you what would hurt more, not winning the Premier League or Champions League because we've sold Konate for below value of what he's worth as well. I'd rather lose him on a free and give us the best chance of winning the league or Champions League next season. Because respectfully, again, if Guehi comes in to replace Konate, I'm not as confident about winning the Premier League or Champions League with him there instead of Konate.
I'm bigger on Guehi. I think he's a really, really top centre back, and putting him into a better team, I think you'll see that improve even more. But I do agree with Cal on this. Liverpool are in a 2-year window where we have to maximise Virgil van Dijk, Alisson Becker, and Mohamed Salah, because all their contracts expire in 2027, and it's highly unlikely none of them get renewed beyond that point. So we're now in a 2-year window of maximise what we can do. Either Konate for 1 year, and then having an entire summer to figure out who we get to replace him when the market will be different is better now than selling him for 40, 45 million to one of the clubs who knows they could get him on a free. So end up we end up having to get less money for him, and then looking at the market and going, okay, now who can we get now? The only guy who is somewhat available, who I would even consider this summer, and that's if Konate forced through a move and we got good money, is Romero from Tottenham. That's the only guy I'd even consider. Outside of that, there's no one. Because
you know what?
Konate is that level.
As well. He's 1,000% already checked out. He's gone. I'm just waiting to see the news. Romano break it.
Let it go, man.
Do you not think? I mean, Romero in Liverpool. I don't know. Alongside Van Dijk, you got someone coming down.
The only one.
Henry,
the
bro,
only one I'd look at.
You're gonna hate me, but I'm not feeling the Romero signing. He look on his day. He's excellent. I just think the consistency and lack thereof, his petulance and stuff. I don't think he gets away with the stuff. I don't think he'd get away with that stuff at Liverpool. And I don't need that in my club, man. He's a good centre back.
I think.
No, not for me.
I think you're bang on. When he's on it, I think he's one of the best centre backs. But there is an inconsistency in his game. I'm surprised you didn't say Van der Ven.
No, I'd like us to get Van der Ven, but the hamstrings.
I think you don't play a massively high line like us. You didn't play suicidal football like us. Slot manages his players better. And I think Van der Ven's more versatile. Like if you had huge problems at injury at left back, he can play there as well.
The problem is though, Van Dijk. It's not even that. Van Dijk plays on the left, and Van der Ven comes in.
Do you think that matters that much though?
Is it just
for us?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. For us,
you guys, I'm gonna come out and come back in.
All right, mate.
For us, it needs to. Van Dijk playing on the left is quite important to our build-up because he sprays these long raking passes out to Salah, which gets us out of trouble. And it's partly because it's Mohamed Salah who can hold up the ball and create from there. If he's doing that to Gakpo or Diaz, doesn't work anywhere near as well. So for us, Van Dijk has to kind of stay on the left. Plus, he's done it for 8 years as the best centre-back on the planet. I don't see any point in changing it now that he's 34. I'd rather just keep him there. So I think we need to look for someone who can go on the right side.
I know Terry wants to move on. Let me ask you one question. Do you think what is a fee they're quoting for Romero? Sorry, not Romero, Guehi.
They reckon it'll be about 40 plus some add-ons.
Yes, you're not getting Romero for less than probably. I reckon you're getting for 65.
Yeah, Guehi can't be a Konate replacement. Guehi should be coming in regardless of what we do with Konate.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the thing for me. I think it's just I like Guehi. I think he's really good. I think he's really, really good. But I think with Konza leaving as well, if Konate is going to go, you should. I think from a PR and optics perspective, you've got to then sell Konate this summer and get some money as opposed to him going for free if you can. Although that's going to be difficult because Real Madrid might not be in the need of him now, and it's like, well, we just need him, so we'll wait. And the player will probably be happy to wait. So it's that 2-year thing again, but. Viewers, let us know your thoughts and feelings on that. And thank you, Dean, for encouraging everybody to hit the like button.